Winter Storm Blair blanketing Kentucky in snow and ice, and while many of you are hunkered down inside, law enforcement is out responding to emergencies.
This morning we were joined by Trooper Scottie Pennington with KSP's London Post. Good morning, Trooper Pennington. Do you have a breakdown by any chance of how things are going this morning, number of accidents that you've all responded to, and so on?
Yes, ma'am. So yesterday, the Kentucky State Police answered over 1,200 calls in the state, and that's from accidents to non-injury accidents. That's to motorist assist or welfare checks. It's been a roller coaster. You know, you got the snow around 9 or 9:30 in central Kentucky, and then later you got a little bit of rain, and then the sleet that made the power lines pretty heavy. I think there's around 93,000 people in Kentucky that's still without power, and I was one of them last night for a couple hours. So I know the fears when that electricity goes off. I know the fears that people have.
We always advise our viewers to stay inside during times like these, but for law enforcement, Trooper, they don't always have that luxury, and we saw how dangerous that can be with some accidents yesterday. What are you stressing with your troopers right now?
You know, use common sense. You know, drive like, don't go to every call 100 miles an hour with your lights on. Just use common sense. You can't help anybody if you don't get there in a safe manner. And that's with EMS and fire. I mean, I think we had a fire truck that got hit yesterday in Whitley County, and that's just the state police. It's not counting the city police and sheriff's departments. You know, they were out there, boots on the ground as well, handling complaints, and we just encourage them to be safe and get there where they can help people in a safe manner.
You mentioned the fire truck, and we just saw a photo of the Trooper Landon Key, who was involved in the accident in Hart County. Safety, as you mentioned, is the #1 priority for the troopers and everyone on your staff. For drivers who may be on the roads this morning, what are you hoping to see from them?
Well, you know, the main roads seem to be pretty good. You know, like you said earlier, the road departments have done an excellent job in our communities, but coming out of my subdivision, it was pretty slick. I mean, it was still slushy and a little ice underneath it. So, you know, if you're going to work today or have to go somewhere, still use caution. And I think around 9 or 9:30, another batch of snow's coming in. So it might be a tough week for us. Just use common sense. You know, slow down, leave a little bit early, and make it home safely to your family.
Any other message you'd like to pass along to people who are watching this interview this morning?
No, just a big shout out to law enforcement, first responders, your road crews that are out here. You know, they don't get any sleep in this time of weather. They're out all night pushing snow and make sure the roads are cleared for us. If you see those guys, hey, buy them a cup of coffee, thank them, shake their hand, and same with law enforcement. Do the same thing. Some troopers and deputies and city officers and first responders are having to work a lot of extra time. But the biggest thing is check on your neighbor. You know, there's several elder people in all our communities. You know, check on them, make sure they got electricity working. You know, they can't get out and walk in the snow. Make sure if they need, you know, a case of water or some food, you know, check on your neighbor and try to help them out.
Kindness can go a long way. Trooper Scottie Pennington with KSP's London Post. We appreciate you.